हेलो एवरीवन, आप सभी का फिर से एक बार स्वागत है मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल में जिसका नाम है कॉमर्स ट्रेजर। इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट डाटा इंटरप्रिटेशन टेक्निक्स एंड few problems on data interpretation. I have already made 3 more videos on data interpretation. If you have not seen those videos, I am putting the link into the description as well as in I button to watch those videos, and let us start the data interpretation sums for the upcoming NET and KCET exam 2021. So as you can see on the screen, the question is the following table shows marks scored by 7 students in 6 different subjects. Subjects are given in red, that is account, stat, economics, business, English, Hindi, and maximum marks in accounts are given in blue, that is 80, economics 100 and 40 in business, English and Hindi. And the marks obtained by student P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, R, S follows, which are given in black. So let us see the questions which are given. The first question is, what is the percentage difference between marks scored by student V in accounts and student S in English? So students V in accounts, he has scored 55, and student S in English, student S has scored in English 25 marks. So we have to find out the difference in percentage of these two marks. So 55 he has scored out of 80. So 55 divided by 80 into 100, and student S 25 out of 40 in English. So 25 out of 40 in English. So difference between these is, so very easy way of calculation is, first you have to go with 10 table, 10 8s are 10 10s are, in the same way 10 4s are 40, 10 10s are 100. Then we can go with 2 table, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10. So 55 into 5 is 5 5s are 25, carry 2, 5 5s are 25 plus 2 27, 275 divided by 4. So 4 6s are 24, you remain with 3 and 5, 4 8s are 32, you remain with 3 0, 0.47s are 28, 2 0 and 5. So 68.75 minus, again here 2 2s are and 2 5s are, 25 into 5 125, and 125 half is 62.5. So 68.75 minus 62.5 is 6.25, which is option number B. The second question is, what is the average marks obtained by all students in stat approximately value? So let us go to stat. So all the scores in stat are as follows, that is 65 plus 48, 57 and 55, 64, 60 and 70, 64, 60 and 70. So 5 plus 8 13 plus 7 20, 25 plus 4 29, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 5 17 plus 5 22, 22 plus 6 28 plus 6 34, 34 plus 7 is 41. So 419 divided by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So best way of solving this type is, you have to take the nearest number to 419, that is 420 divided by 7 is 7 6 are 42 and 0. So 60% will be answer for this. So this is the best technique. Whenever you get values like 419, 418, it is better to take 420. If you get value as 413, 412, you can take value as 410. So whenever you take nearing value to 0, it becomes easy for you to solve in the exam. In how many subjects did student Q get more than 65 marks? So we have to find out in how many subjects student Q has got more than 65 marks. So first you need to compute how much is 65% in different subjects. Account and stat has 80 marks. So 80 into 65%, that is 65 divided by 100. So 10 8s are, 10 10s are, 5 2s are, 5 13s are, 2 1s are and 2 4. So 13 4s are 52. So for 80, 52 is 65%. Therefore remaining subject are 40 marks. So for 80 it is 52. Then for 40 it is going to be half of 52, that is 26. 80 half is 40. In the same way 52 half is 26. And for 100 marks, that is in economics, 100 into 65% is 65. So you have to see, whenever the maximum marks is 80, if he gets more than 52, then he gets more than 65%. So he is getting less in first and second, so definitely it is not more than 65%. Then in 100 he should get 65, so definitely it is more. Then in case of 40 marks he should get more than 26, so yes, 26, it is also more than 26, and this is also more than 26. So in how many subjects he has scored more than 65%? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is going to be option number A, 4 subjects. What is the difference between percentage of marks obtained by R in accounts and business together? So accounts and business together for R. In account he has scored 62 and in business he has scored 32. So 62 out of 80 and 32 out of 40. So 62 plus 32 is going to be 94, and 94 he has taken out of 120. So percentage of this, and we have to compute difference of this with percentage of marks obtained by Q in Stat and English together. So student Q in Stat he has secured 48 and English he has secured 27. 48 plus 27 is equal to 8 plus 7, 15, 5, 4 plus 2, 6, 7. So 75 out of again 40 and 80, 120. So we have to find out 94 divided by 120 into 100 minus 75 divided by 120 into 100. So again very simple way, 10 into 12, 10 into 10, 10 into 12, 10 into 10. Then we can go 2 into 6, 2 into 5. In the same way 2 into 6 and 2 into 5. Then again here it is possible 2 into 3, 2 into 4 is 8, 1 4, 2 7 is 14, and here it is not possible. So 47 into 5, 5 7s are 35, 5 carry 3, 5 4s are 20 and 3 23. So 235 divided by 3 is going to be 3 7s are 21, you remain with 2 5, 8s are 24, 10.3. So 78.3 minus, here we are going to get 75 into 5. So 5 5s are 25, carry 2, 5 7s are 35 plus 2 37 divided by 6, 6 6 are 36, you remain with 1 and 5, 6 2s are 12, you remain with 30.5, 6 5s are 30. So minus 62.5 is going to give you 13 minus 5 is 8, 7 minus 2 is 5, and 7 minus 6 is 1. So 15.8, which is option number B. What is overall percentage of marks scored by student V in all the subject together? So V in all the subject together he has scored 55, 70, 81, 30, 28 and 33. So let us make the total of this: 55, 70, 81, 30, 28 and 33. So 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 8 14, 14 plus 3 17, 7 plus 5 12, 12 plus 1 13, 13 plus 3 16, 16 plus 8 24, 24 plus 2 26, 26 plus 3 29. So he has scored 297 out of how many marks? 80 and 80 160, 160 and 100 260, 260 and 40 300 and 80 380. So 287 divided by 380 into 100. So we get 2 into 19 and 2 into 50. Then again if we go 2 9s are 18, 1 0, so 5 and 2 25. Then 5 5s are 25. Then we get 5 1s are 5 and 4 5. So 5 9s are 45. So 297 into 5. 7 5s are 35. 9 5s are 45 plus 3 48. And 5 2s are 10 14. So 1485 divided by 19. So again as I said, if we get this type of sum, you can go with the nearest value. So nearest value is 20. So 20 into 7, 27s are 1400. So 19 7s are, it is going to be 133. Nearest value is going to be 133. So you remain with 5, 15 and again one more 5. So 155. Again 20 into 6 are 120, 27s are 140 and 28s are 160. So 19 into 8 is nearing value. So 19 into 8 we are going to get 72 and 152. So 152 you get 30 point. So 78 points. So approximately it is equal to 78. So this is how you need to practice the sums. Take the nearest value so it becomes easy for you to compute, because rounded off values, you can remember the table easily. Let us take one more problem of similar type where you need to compute the answers, either ratio or percentage or difference. Study the table carefully and answer the question that follows. Candidates who appeared and passed in the exam from 4 schools in 6 different years. Study the table carefully to answer the given questions that follows. Candidates who appeared and passed in the test for 4 colleges in 6 different years. So you have been given 4 colleges, that is A, B, C, D. Candidates who have appeared in the exam and passed in the exam for 2004 up to 2009. So let us see the questions. First question is, what was the total number of failed candidates from college C in the year 2008? So if you see in the table, in 2008 appeared values are given and past values are given. Therefore, the students who failed in exam is going to be appeared student minus students who have passed. So how many students have appeared in 2008 in college C? In college C, students who have appeared in 2008 are 354. So 354, out of which how many have passed? 258 have passed the exam. 354 divided by 258 is 14 minus 8 is 6, 14 minus 5 is 9 and 0. So 96 students have failed in the exam. And the number of candidates who appeared in the exam from college D in the year 2006. So in the year 2006 from college C, how many appeared in the exam? 235 appeared in the exam. You have to find out the total of this. So 96 plus 235 is equal to 235 and nearing value is 100. So 335 minus 4, that is equal to 331. Or another simple way is 235 plus 96, 5 plus 6 is 11, 9 plus 1 10, 13 and 2 plus 1 is 3. So 331, that is option number A is answer for this question. In which year was the difference between the number of candidates who appeared and passed in the exam from college B lowest? So in which year the difference between appeared and passed was lowest? So in the year 2004, 445 minus 354. So 445 minus 354. So you get 91. Then in second year, 545 and 435. So 545 and 435, you get 110. In the third year, 664 and 454, 664 and 454. So again, you get 210, 345 and 144. So 345 and 144, you get 201. So out of the 4 years, that is 2004, 5, 6, 7, the lowest is going to be option number A, that is 2004, in which only 91 students failed. What was the respective ratio between number of candidates who appeared from college C in the year 2006 and number of candidates who passed in the exam from college D in 2009? So college C, 2006 appeared students. 2006 appeared student in college C is 693. So 693 is to number of candidates who passed in the exam from college D in 2009. So 2009 college D, how many have passed? 252 have passed. So we'll go with table of 3. 3 into 2, 3 3s are, 3 1s are, and 252 divided by 3 is 3 8s are 24, 1 and 2, 3 4s are 12. So again we can go with 3, 3 7s are 21 and 3 7s are 21. 3 2s are 6 and 3 8s are 24. Then 77, 7 11s are and 7 4s are. So 11 is to 4, that is option number A is the correct answer for this. Number of candidates who passed in the exam from college B in 2005. So 2005 college B, number of candidates passed is 435. So let us write down 435 was approximately what percentage of candidates? So percentage of candidates who appeared from college A in 2008. College A 2008 is 546. So divided by 546 into 100. Now there are two ways. One, you can go on simplifying directly, or you can use the shortcut trick, that is you have to remember, take the nearest value of 546. So it is going to be 550. Now if I say 10% of 550, the last value goes, that is 55. If I say 1% of 550, last two values goes, then it is 5.5. So let us see the values. If 10% is 55, 20% is going to be 55 into 2, that is 110. Then 40% is going to be 220. 60% is going to be 330 and 80% is going to be 440. So your answer is near to 440. Therefore, what is the approximate percentage? Approximate percentage is 80%. So this is what the shortcut technique goes for. If you solve it manually using the steps, you'll also get the same answer, but this is how we have to solve in simple way. If I say 22 into 10%, so it is directly 2.2. If I say what is 22% of 22, so 10% of 22 is 2.2, again 10% is 2.2, then 1% is 0.22 and again 1% is 0.22. So you are going to get 4.4 and 0.44, that is 4.84. So this is the simple technique which you have to remember. What was the approximate percentage increase in number of candidates who passed in the exam from college A in the year 2009? So college A who passed in 2009 is 435. So 435, and in the year 2009 as compared to that of previous year. So in the previous year the students who passed were 346. So how much percentage it has increased? So let us first find out the difference. 15 minus 6 is 9, then 12 minus 4 is 8 and 0. So 89 is what percentage of 346? So again we can go for the shortcut trick. 34.6 is nearing to 350. So 10% of 350 is 35 and 1% of 350 is 3.5. So let us see, you require 89. So 10% is 35, 20% is again 35 plus 35, so 70, right? You require 19 more, then 1% is 3.5, 2% is going to be 7, 4% is going to be 14. You have to remember, you have to go on multiplying. So 70 is 20% and 4 is 14%, 6 will be around 21%. So 70 and 21, 91, which is nearby to this value. So your answer is going to be 20 and 6, that is near to 26%, which is option number 6. So approximate value whenever they give, you can use this particular technique. So this is all about today's video, in which we try to solve few sums of data interpretation using shortcut tricks. If you want more sums of data interpretation, comment me below in the comment box. I'll bring more different types of data interpretation problem and different problems which are asked in paper 1 of KCET and NET exam. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you can get a notification. Thank you, and let us meet again in another video.